Hi everybody, it's Saturday the 22nd of May 2020, 9th week of the COVID-19 lockdown. We're just out for one of our little wanders, a little walk. We actually haven't been out for a walk now for, a walk for over a week. We've been out on the bikes. It was the first time we've come out for a walk for just over a week, and we're going to do our little circular walk today. You'll see in the little videos parts of that. There's the sheep in this field, the little lambs. There we are. They've got a lovely lot of lush grass in this one. I've not been in this field before. Haven't moved here from the other fields further down. They've spotted us. Those two ewes. Coming over to say hello, maybe. It's unusual. They usually run like mad, go in the other direction. Now, what kind of a bird is that? Hovering around there. Is it a sparrowhawk? Look at that. He reminds me of a Spitfire, actually. Not the bird, Spitfire. Well, I don't think there is a bird called a Spitfire, but the aeroplane, World War II, kind of got that sort of aerodynamic thing about it. So this is looking out across the valley. Baggendon is down in the dip over there. But we're going in the other direction today. We're going through the gate over there, through the deer enclosure. We have seen deer through here on previous occasions. Caught them once or twice on film. Hopefully you've seen that. Right, do you want to take this? I'll get the gloves out.
Nice and sunny at the moment, but we have had heavy showers today, very heavy showers. So we're hoping for a bit better weather this afternoon.
Come on in and close the door. Open the door.
It's a bit of WD-40, but apart from that.
So it looks like this field up here, which had the sheep in it, if you remember. Looks like that's been ploughed over, partially at any rate. So there was sort of the dead ends of corn back at the beginning of spring. Looks like it's been ploughed, and maybe it's been seeded as well. Down a hole. So I suppose we could walk round that way, could we? Is that a dead end down there? Okay, we'll stick to this way then. Carol can read, she's very good at that. I just look at the scenery and go, oh, that's nice, we could go that way. And Carol says, no, private land, not allowed. Does look like a new sign, yeah. Yeah, and this has been freshly ploughed. was full of corn husks previously. So that's all been done. Sheep are still in the far part of the field. And then the other patch, the other side, which also had corn in it, has also been ploughed, from what I can see from here. Yeah, so we've had a busy week in a lot of ways. We've been doing various jobs. We finished cleaning the wheel hubs, didn't we?
Yeah. And the windows.
And the windows, we did the windows again. So we're gradually sort of working round Grace again, giving her a quick clean. I'm going to have to get up on the roof again, I think, because this wind has brought loads of leaves off the trees, green leaves, and of course pollen as well. So I'm probably going to have to get up there and give it a bit of a sweep off, just to keep it from mouldering on the top there. The wind will have blown a lot of it away off the roof as well, but I'll have to get up there and check and make sure it's all staying fairly clean, so it doesn't gather while we're sitting still. We're listening carefully for the reopening of caravan parks. Seems to be thought that they may reopen, at least partially, the sort of first or second week of July. Of course, that's everything being equal and things not going mad with the pandemic. Carol was reading an article this morning which scientists, I think from Singapore, had been working on projections of when things would die down in various countries, and their prediction is that if things continue the way they're going, that by the end of June there'll be no new case.
September.
End of September. They're here.
Yeah.
You sure? I thought you said June.
No.
Oh, okay.
September.
End of September.
Oh,
there'll be no.
September, yeah, but the coronavirus would be dealt with in the UK.
Right. Yeah. Coronavirus would be dealt with, whatever that means,
Yeah.
in the UK. I thought it was 0
Well, yeah, 0
new cases. Yeah. So they seem to think we're heading in the right direction, but of course it's just projections. It's a bit like forecasting the weather. They do their best, but they often fail. And it will all depend on what people do as well, and how well we cope with going to various places, school, work, and visiting places, and keeping social distancing. But I do know that there was a day when there were no new deaths here in Gloucestershire. 2 days we've had. So that's really good news. And the death rate does seem to be dropping overall. So feeling quite optimistic that sometime this year we might be set free to travel again. But the big thing for us really is wanting to go over to Europe. We've got our eyes on a couple of places down in France to go for the summer, or part of the summer, if it gets free to be able to do that. I mean, at the moment the government are putting travel restrictions on. We've got to self-isolate for 2 weeks. You've got to give an address to do that in when you come into this country. And I assume that there'll be similar restrictions and things going on in France. Well, actually, there's no problem for us self-isolating because we've got our own accommodation, and we could easily have enough food and supplies to self-isolate. But I don't think that would do, so we would have to give a park address, I guess, to come back to and to isolate. and to go to and isolate. So it'd be a case of going somewhere and staying there if that was acceptable to the authorities. And so we don't know quite whether that will happen or not. But it'd be nice. Having planned to go off to France last December, and now we're at the end of May, coming up to the end of May, and we still haven't managed to get there. So it's all been a bit delayed, and yeah, a little frustrating really. But at least we've been having some a nice place to walk, nice places to walk, nice place to stay over this time. So I'll be grateful for that. Could have been a lot worse. Yeah. Yes, they got a new. That's not a new sign there. That must have been there before. That's where the ducks are, isn't it, down in there? Sorry? Well, you can, as long as you don't mind being told off if somebody comes along. I mean, we walked down there before. But, the landowners seem to be getting rather twitchy about people walking anywhere other than strictly on the path, and even then, one of the paths around here was blocked off on the Monarch's Way. And halfway along was locked up, the gates were locked up, heavy chain and bolt, which I've reported to the local council. Don't know whether anything's been done about it. It's kind of a long walk to walk there to find out. Without being able to carry on and go back around the other side and come back. So it's a bit of a jaunt. And they do have a sort of system where if something's been sorted out and cleared, it's a sort of traffic light system on the website. So I haven't checked it recently, but I think they've got a lot on their plates, so we're just not walking around that way now. Okay, so I think that's it for today. Brought you up to date with us, and oh, I wish you could smell, because it's rained, that lovely fresh smell of grass and trees and pollen after a little refreshment of rain, which is absolutely beautiful. I actually put my coat on in case it rained, and I'm feeling a bit overdressed now, a bit hot. So here we are. If you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe, give us a thumbs up, make a comment if you'd like to make a comment. Someone's been busy. Anybody want some wood? Look at that. Some good old planks there. My dad had those and built something with them, wouldn't he? Yeah. Well, they had a whole piles of stuff here last time, and it's gradually all been burnt, hasn't it, and cleared. Right, so we'll say goodbye for now. Take care of yourselves, look after each other, keep smiling. And if you're getting out and about, if you're able to do that, just stay aware. Is that the right word? Just be careful anyway. Or stay alert. Yeah, I can't get my hand around this new slogans. Anyway, stay alert. Don't know what for. We have to watch out for bicycles and cars, but anyway. Stop being facetious now, Gary. Bye. Take care.